The world of celebrities is a dazzling mosaic of ambition, creativity, resilience, and heart. And nowhere is this more apparent than in the lives of stars like Blake Lively, whose rise from the pages of modeling magazines to leading roles on television, and film from the iconic streets of New York in Gossip Girl to red carpets around the globe demonstrates not just talent, but a fierce dedication to her craft and a flair for fashion that inspires millions, while her social media presence sparks conversation from heartfelt messages to playful nods to iconic roles, showing that celebrity is about connection as much as performance. And when Blake Lively crashes out on Instagram posting about Gossip Girl, she reminds fans everywhere that nostalgia meets contemporary influence and that even as careers evolve, the impact of early roles can resonate for years, while her journey intertwines with co-stars and collaborators whose own paths are filled with triumphs, challenges, and comebacks. And from Gossip Girl, we glide to Justin Baldoni, whose advocacy for authentic masculinity and courageous public statements illustrate that celebrity is a platform for change as much as entertainment, and whose career from acting to directing to philanthropy demonstrates a commitment to telling meaningful stories that inspire dialogue and empathy. And then we travel across the musical landscape to icons like Beyoncé, whose unparalleled career from Destiny's Child to global superstardom combines artistry, philanthropy, and social activism, showing that celebrity influence can be transformative and worldwide, while her fashion choices, performances, and charitable initiatives set trends and uplift communities simultaneously. And from Hollywood legends like Keanu Reeves, whose humility, generosity, and dedication to craft have become legendary, to international stars like Lupita Nyong'o, whose Academy Award-winning performances and charitable work highlight the power of representation and cultural advocacy. We see that celebrity is as much about humanity as it is about glamour and recognition. And then we pivot to actors like Dwayne Johnson, whose journey from wrestling superstar to Hollywood titan is marked by discipline, charisma, and inspiring fan engagement, while his philanthropic ventures demonstrate that impact extends beyond the screen. And then we celebrate musicians like Taylor Swift, whose songwriting, storytelling, and philanthropic endeavors illustrate how personal narrative can connect millions while empowering social causes, from education to disaster relief. And from the stages of Seoul with BTS, whose disciplined artistry, creativity, and outreach inspire global communities, to stars of Bollywood like Shah Rukh Khan, whose dedication, philanthropy, and international appeal show that celebrity transcends borders and connects hearts across cultures. We witness the universal language of talent, perseverance, and kindness. And then we move to fashion icons like Zendaya, who effortlessly blend acting with activism style, with empowerment, showing audiences that every public appearance can become a statement of individuality and social consciousness, while inspiring fans to embrace creativity, courage, and compassion. And from music to sports, we celebrate legends like Serena Williams, whose dominance in tennis is matched by advocacy for equality and philanthropy, creating a legacy that inspires both on and off the court. And then we traverse cinematic excellence with actors like Cate Blanchett, whose award-winning performances, mentorship, and social advocacy reflect decades of dedication to craft and community, while inspiring global audiences and young artists alike. And from Hollywood to Nollywood, we explore stars like Genevieve Nnaji, whose enduring careers, charitable initiatives, and cultural impact demonstrate that influence is universal and boundless. And then from international music sensations like BLACKPINK, whose performances, creativity, and philanthropic projects unite fans in communities of positivity and empowerment, to the reinvention of stars like Robert Downey Jr., whose journey from early career setbacks to global fame illustrates resilience, humility, and the power of reinvention. We understand that celebrity is a multifaceted journey of talent, perseverance, humanity, and impact. And then we celebrate icons like Rihanna, whose rise from Barbados to global stages is coupled with entrepreneurial success through Fenty Beauty and Savage X Fenty, while her charitable initiatives touch education, health, and empowerment, showing that influence can be transformative when paired with vision and compassion. And as we glide from actors like Emma Watson, whose advocacy for gender equality parallels her acting career, to legends like Jackie Chan, whose decades-long cinematic achievements are matched by philanthropy, we see a consistent pattern: that celebrity is an evolving story of creativity, kindness, and societal contribution. And then from Adele, whose soulful artistry, authenticity, and quiet generosity resonate universally to sports icons like Cristiano Ronaldo, whose discipline, global philanthropy, and inspirational journey from modest beginnings illustrate the unifying power of talent. We understand that impact is measured not just in awards or fame, but in legacy and connection. And then we journey through the music world again with artists like Lizzo, whose messages of self-love, empowerment, and compassion combined with global influence show that celebrity can redefine cultural norms while uplifting communities. And from actors like Jennifer Lawrence, whose rise from small-town beginnings to award-winning performances illustrates perseverance, humor, and advocacy to filmmakers like Guillermo del Toro, whose visionary storytelling, mentorship, and social contributions highlight the intersection of art, influence, and humanity. We witness the broad spectrum of how celebrity shapes culture and inspires fans and communities worldwide, and then we celebrate sports stars like LeBron James, whose dominance on the court, commitment to education, and social activism demonstrate that excellence and impact are inseparable, and from fashion innovators like Virgil Abloh, whose designs and mentorship redefine creative industries, to musicians like Dua Lipa, whose journey, style, and activism empower audiences globally. We realize that the world of celebrities is a vibrant, interconnected web of creativity, resilience, and influence, each story linking to the next in a continuous narrative of hope, inspiration, and achievement that transcends borders, generations, and mediums. And as we continue exploring the lives of Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively, Beyoncé, Dwayne Johnson, Lupita Nyong'o, Taylor Swift, Keanu Reeves, Priyanka Chopra, Jackie Chan, David Beckham, Rihanna, Gigi Hadid, BLACKPINK, Kate Blanchett, Ed Sheeran, Serena Williams, Emma Stone, Ricky Gervais, Morgan Freeman, Naomi Osaka, Saoirse Ronan, Will Smith, Lady Gaga, Ariana Grande, Dev Patel, Timothée Chalamet, Jennifer Lawrence, Ellen DeGeneres, Hugh Jackman, Penelope Cruz, Billie Eilish, BTS, Zendaya, Chris Hemsworth, Lionel Messi, Elton John, Deepika Padukone, Alessandro Michele, Florence Pugh, Dua Lipa, Tom Hanks, NCT, Twice, Reese Witherspoon, Angelina Jolie, LeBron James, Shreya Ghosal, Arijit Singh, Guillermo del Toro, Millie Bobby Brown, Harry Styles, Michael B. Jordan, Lizzo, Celine Dion, Daniel Kaluuya, Camila Cabello, Samuel L. Jackson, Usain Bolt, Chris Pratt, Virgil Abloh, Sandra Bullock, Shah Rukh Khan, Simone Biles, and countless others, we see that behind the glitz and glamour exists an enduring narrative of talent, empathy, perseverance, and the relentless pursuit of making a positive difference in the world. And as we move further into this vast universe of creativity and influence, we find ourselves captivated by the journeys of stars like Ariana Grande, whose rise from Nickelodeon beginnings to global pop sensation demonstrates relentless dedication, talent, and the ability to connect with millions through both music and personal advocacy, while her charitable work, including support for survivors of trauma, disaster relief, and education, reflects a commitment to using fame for positive change. And then we pivot to international cinema, where actors like Dev Patel, whose journey from small-town London to Academy Award-nominated roles exemplifies perseverance, authenticity, and the transformative power of storytelling, while his engagement in global humanitarian initiatives highlights that celebrity is both a platform and a responsibility. And from Hollywood icons like Tom Hanks, whose decades-long career combines versatility, charm, and mentorship, to musical legends like BTS, whose disciplined artistry, global influence, and philanthropic projects create a worldwide community of hope and inspiration, we see that fame is a bridge connecting talent with impact across continents and cultures. And then there are trailblazers like Lady Gaga, whose fearless artistry, advocacy for mental health, and philanthropic endeavors with the Born This Way Foundation showcase that celebrity can redefine cultural norms while empowering the next generation. And from athletic icons like Usain Bolt, whose legendary speed is matched by humanitarian work, to the cinematic brilliance of Saoirse Ronan, whose nuanced performances and advocacy for arts education embody the balance of excellence and social responsibility, we understand that the modern celebrity is multifaceted, inspiring audiences not only through their craft, but through their compassion and activism. And then we explore fashion visionaries like Alessandro Michele, whose creative direction at Gucci transformed fashion with inclusivity, innovation, and mentorship while simultaneously inspiring fans and future designers around the world. And from global music stars like Camila Cabello, whose journey from Cuban roots to chart-topping hits demonstrates resilience, authenticity, and charitable engagement, to Hollywood legends like Samuel L. Jackson, whose prolific performances and mentorship illustrate that influence is measured not just in fame, but in generosity, guidance, and community impact. We witness the unifying power of artistry and humanity intertwined, and then we move to the enduring legacy of icons like Meryl Streep and Denzel Washington, whose decades-long careers and philanthropic work have shaped generations while inspiring younger artists to pursue excellence with integrity and purpose. And from the fashion world, we celebrate figures like Naomi Campbell and Zendaya, whose presence, style, and activism demonstrate that every runway appearance or public engagement can become a platform for empowerment, inclusion, and positive change. And then in music, we see the rise of Billie Eilish, whose fearless creativity, global influence, and advocacy for mental health illuminate the ways in which youth and artistry can drive social awareness and cultural shifts. And from international film legends like Shah Rukh Khan, whose journey from Mumbai to global superstardom illustrates perseverance, charisma, and philanthropy, to athletes like Simone Biles, whose extraordinary talent, resilience, and mental health advocacy inspire millions. We recognize that celebrity transcends medium, geography, and culture, and then we celebrate the transformative work of icons like Rihanna, whose musical, fashion, and entrepreneurial achievements are matched by impactful philanthropy in education, health, and empowerment, and from actors like Jennifer Lawrence, whose rise from small-town beginnings to Hollywood acclaim is accompanied by advocacy for gender equality and humanitarian causes, to filmmakers like Guillermo del Toro, whose visionary storytelling and mentorship create lasting influence across generations. We see a pattern emerge. Celebrity is not only talent and fame, but a dynamic vehicle for inspiration, connection, and societal change. And then we traverse the world of sports and fashion, again with figures like LeBron James, Virgil Abloh, Harry Styles, Lizzo, Celine Dion, Daniel Kaluuya, and Florence Pugh, whose careers and personal commitments demonstrate that influence is multidimensional, combining artistry, compassion, creativity, and advocacy. And from Justin Baldoni's heartfelt engagement on social issues to Blake Lively's nostalgic and playful presence on social media, from Beyoncé's philanthropic endeavors to Taylor Swift's storytelling that resonates across generations, from Dwayne Johnson's discipline and charisma to Lupita Nyong'o's advocacy and cultural representation, from Priyanka Chopra's global bridge building to Chris Hemsworth's environmental campaigns, from global music sensations like BLACKPINK to fashion innovators like Gigi Hadid, Ed Sheeran, Serena Williams, Emma Stone, Ricky Gervais, Morgan Freeman, Naomi Osaka, Will Smith, Lady Gaga, Ariana Grande, Dev Patel, Timothée Chalamet, Jennifer Lawrence, Ellen DeGeneres, Hugh Jackman, Penelope Cruz, Billie Eilish, BTS, Zendaya, Chris Hemsworth, Lionel Messi, Elton John, Deepika Padukone, Alessandro Michele, Dua Lipa, Tom Hanks, NCT, Twice, Reese Witherspoon, Angelina Jolie, Shreya Ghosal, Arijit Singh, Millie Bobby Brown, Michael B. Jordan, Celine Dion, Daniel Kaluuya, Camila Cabello, Samuel L. Jackson, Usain Bolt, Chris Pratt, Sandra Bullock, Shah Rukh Khan, Simone Biles, and countless others. We see that the universe of celebrity is a living, breathing network of talent, heart, and purpose, where each achievement, challenge, comeback, fan interaction, fashion moment, and charitable endeavor weaves into a story of global inspiration, positivity, and human connection that transcends fame and resonates across generations and continents. And as we continue to traverse this vast, glittering world of celebrity, we find ourselves inspired by figures like Lionel Messi, whose journey from the streets of Rosario to becoming one of the greatest footballers of all time exemplifies discipline, humility, and relentless perseverance, while his charitable work in education and health demonstrates the universal potential of athletes to uplift communities and create positive change. And then we pivot to cinematic legends like Meryl Streep, whose decades-long career has redefined acting through versatility, depth, and fearless storytelling, while her advocacy for gender equality, arts education, and social causes illustrates that influence extends far beyond awards and acclaim. And from music icons like Camila Cabello and Dua Lipa, whose artistry, authenticity, and charitable engagement illustrate how performers can inspire personal growth and global awareness, to actors like Timothée Chalamet, Florence Pugh, and Dev Patel, whose rise to prominence is marked by dedication, creativity, and commitment to social responsibility. We see that the modern celebrity is defined not only by talent, but by empathy, mentorship, and the ability to positively impact society, and then we explore sports. Legends like Serena Williams and Usain Bolt, whose record-breaking achievements are matched by philanthropy and advocacy, emphasizing that excellence on the field or court can translate into meaningful change off it. And from Hollywood trailblazers like Tom Hanks, Sandra Bullock, Keanu Reeves, and Samuel L. Jackson, whose careers combine artistic mastery with humility and generosity, to international stars like Shah Rukh Khan and Deepika Padukone, whose influence spans continents through film, philanthropy, and cultural advocacy, we recognize that fame, when paired with purpose, has the power to transform lives and communities. And then we celebrate musical pioneers like BTS, Billie Eilish, and Lizzo, whose creativity, dedication, and activism foster global fan communities united by empowerment, mental health awareness, and cultural connection, while demonstrating that celebrity can inspire personal growth, positivity, and social responsibility. And from fashion icons like Zendaya, Gigi Hadid, Naomi Campbell, Harry Styles, and Alessandra Michele, whose work in modeling, design, and self-expression influences trends while promoting inclusivity, individuality, and philanthropy, to actors like Jennifer Lawrence, Emma Watson, Priyanka Chopra, and Blake Lively, whose careers weave together artistry, activism, and engagement with fans. We see that the modern celebrity embodies multidimensional influence that transcends borders and mediums. And then we revisit trailblazers like Beyoncé, whose artistic brilliance, philanthropic initiatives, and advocacy for women's empowerment continue to inspire generations, while Dwayne Johnson's charisma, discipline, and charitable endeavors illustrate the intersection of entertainment and community impact. And then we traverse the evolving world of cinema with stars like Lupita Nyong'o, Cate Blanchett, and Emma Stone, whose performances, mentorship, and social advocacy demonstrate that acting can be both transformative and socially responsible. And from sports icons like LeBron James and Naomi Osaka, whose athletic mastery is paired with mental health advocacy, educational initiatives, and social justice work, to music. Legends like Elton John and Rihanna, whose careers span decades while driving philanthropy and social change, we witness that celebrity influence is not only about visibility, but about meaningful, lasting impact. And then we explore the next generation of stars like Millie Bobby Brown, Zendaya, Timothée Chalamet, and Florence Pugh, whose artistry, fashion influence, advocacy, and fan engagement show that even young celebrities can harness fame to inspire creativity, empathy, and social consciousness. And from global entertainment to fashion, sports, and music, the stories of Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively, Beyoncé, Taylor Swift, Dwayne Johnson, Keanu Reeves, Priyanka Chopra, Jackie Chan, David Beckham, Rihanna, Gigi Hadid, BLACKPINK, Cate Blanchett, Ed Sheeran, Serena Williams, Emma Stone, Ricky Gervais, Morgan Freeman, Naomi Osaka, Saoirse Ronan, Will Smith, Lady Gaga, Ariana Grande, Dev Patel, Timothée Chalamet, Jennifer Lawrence, Ellen DeGeneres, Hugh Jackman, Penelope Cruz, Billie Eilish, BTS, Zendaya, Chris Hemsworth, Lionel Messi, Elton John, Deepika Padukone, Alessandro Michele, Dua Lipa, Tom Hanks, NCT, Twice, Reese Witherspoon, Angelina Jolie, LeBron James, Shreya Ghosal, Arijit Singh, Guillermo del Toro, Millie Bobby Brown, Harry Styles, Michael B. Jordan, Lizzo, Celine Dion, Danielle Kaluuya, Camila Cabello, Samuel L. Jackson, Usain Bolt, Chris Pratt, Virgil Abloh, Sandra Bullock, Shah Rukh Khan, Simone Biles, and countless others reminds us that the world of celebrity is a living, breathing narrative of ambition, creativity, resilience, empathy, and the relentless desire to make a positive difference while entertaining, inspiring, and connecting audiences across generations and continents. And as we glide seamlessly from one story to the next, from Gossip Girl nostalgia to global music, phenomena from red carpet fashion to philanthropic, initiatives from sports triumphs to cinematic masterpieces, we realize that celebrity culture is a continuous, evolving tapestry of human achievement, perseverance, kindness, and creativity that celebrates dreams realized, challenges overcome, and the extraordinary potential for impact that exists in every life touched by talent and passion. And as we journey even deeper into this vibrant universe of talent, influence, and human connection, we are drawn to the extraordinary stories of actors like Robert Downey Jr., whose career, marked by early struggles, reinvention, and global acclaim as Iron Man, demonstrates the power of resilience, perseverance, and personal growth, while his philanthropic endeavors and mentorship show that influence is measured not only in fame, but in the positive impact one leaves on others. And then we celebrate the musical genius of Adele, whose soulful voice, authentic personality, and charitable initiatives touch hearts worldwide, while her journey from a small-town English singer to international superstar reminds us that authenticity and talent can transform lives and inspire millions, and from global cinematic powerhouses like Cate Blanchett and Mahershala Ali, whose performances are both nuanced and socially conscious, to sports icons like Serena Williams and Lionel Messi, whose dominance in their fields is paired with advocacy, community engagement, and philanthropy. We recognize that celebrity is a multifaceted platform capable of shaping culture, inspiring action, and promoting change. And then we pivot to fashion innovators like Rihanna, Zendaya, Gigi Hadid, Naomi Campbell, and Alessandro Michele, whose influence spans style, entrepreneurship, and activism, showing that visibility and creativity can be leveraged to empower communities, challenge norms, and promote inclusivity. And from the rising stars of music and acting like Billie Eilish, Dua Lipa, Dev Patel, Timothée Chalamet, Florence Pugh, Camila Cabello, and Millie Bobby Brown, whose artistry, social engagement, and fan interactions exemplify that modern celebrities inspire both through craft and conscious contribution. We see that inspiration is timeless, borderless, and transformative, and then we reflect on Hollywood legends like Tom Hanks, Sandra Bullock, Keanu Reeves, Samuel L. Jackson, Dwayne Johnson, and Jennifer Lawrence, whose decades of excellence, philanthropy, and mentorship illuminate the enduring potential for positive impact across generations, while showing that talent and kindness are not mutually exclusive. And from the stages of global music phenomena like BTS, BLACKPINK, Taylor Swift, Ed Sheeran, Ariana Grande, Lady Gaga, Beyoncé, and Lizzo, whose performances, creativity, and advocacy unite millions of fans around the world in movements of empowerment, resilience, and social consciousness, to the fields of sports where LeBron James, Naomi Osaka, Usain Bolt, and Simone Biles combine excellence, advocacy, and humanitarian work to inspire millions. We observe a unifying pattern: that celebrity, when exercised with integrity, compassion, and creativity, becomes a force for global good and personal inspiration. And then we explore international film stars like Shah Rukh Khan, Deepika Padukone, Priyanka Chopra, Jackie Chan, Genevieve Nnaji, and Lupita Nyong'o, whose artistry, advocacy, and charitable work illustrate that talent transcends borders and culture, and that celebrity is a bridge between personal achievement and global impact. And from cinematic innovators like Guillermo del Toro and visionary artists like Virgil Abloh, whose mentorship, creative brilliance, and social advocacy influence generations, to athletes, actors, and musicians like Michael B. Jordan, Chris Hemsworth, Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively, Penelope Cruz, Chris Pratt, Harry Styles, Rihanna, Dua Lipa, Taylor Swift, Keanu Reeves, Lady Gaga, Zendaya, Gigi Hadid, Serena Williams, Lionel Messi, Elton John, and countless others whose journeys from humble beginnings to global recognition demonstrate that persistence, empathy, and authenticity are as important as talent. We see that the celebrity ecosystem is a living, breathing tapestry of artistry, resilience, and humanity. And then, as we glide from red carpet fashion moments to philanthropic initiatives, from music stages to cinematic premieres, from sports arenas to social media platforms, we realize that every fan interaction, every act of charity, every award, every comeback, and every creative endeavor adds to a continuous narrative of inspiration, positivity, and interconnectedness that transcends fame and illuminates the extraordinary potential of individuals to entertain, uplift, and change the world through dedication, heart, and unwavering passion. And whether it is the nostalgia of Blake Lively's Gossip Girl posts, the empowering artistry of Beyoncé, the philanthropic focus of Keanu Reeves, the creative influence of Alessandro Michele, or the inspiring journeys of the next generation like Zendaya, Timothée Chalamet, Millie Bobby Brown, and Florence Pugh, we recognize that celebrity culture is an evolving story of humanity, creativity, resilience, and hope that continues to inspire generations across the globe. And the lives of Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively, Beyoncé, Taylor Swift, Dwayne Johnson, Keanu Reeves, Priyanka Chopra, Jackie Chan, David Beckham, Rihanna, Gigi Hadid, BLACKPINK, Cate Blanchett, Ed Sheeran, Serena Williams, Emma Stone, Ricky Gervais, Morgan Freeman, Naomi Osaka, Saoirse Ronan, Will Smith, Lady Gaga, Ariana Grande, Dev Patel, Timothée Chalamet, Jennifer Lawrence, Ellen DeGeneres, Hugh Jackman, Penelope Cruz, Billie Eilish, BTS, Zendaya, Chris Hemsworth, Lionel Messi, Elton John, Deepika Padukone, Alessandro Michele, Dua Lipa, Tom Hanks, NCT, Twice, Reese Witherspoon, Angelina Jolie, LeBron James, Shreya Ghosal, Arijit Singh, Guillermo del Toro, Millie Bobby Brown, Harry Styles, Michael B. Jordan, Lizzo, Celine Dion, Danielle Kaluuya, Camila Cabello, Samuel L. Jackson, Usain Bolt, Chris Pratt, Virgil Abloh, Sandra Bullock, Shah Rukh Khan, Simone Biles, and countless others reminds us that behind every headline, every performance, every fan post, and every philanthropic effort lies a universal story of passion, perseverance, creativity, empathy, and the transformative power of influence. And as we dive even further into this expansive, interconnected world of creativity, influence, and human impact, we encounter actors like Daniel Kaluuya, whose journey from the stages of London to Academy Award-winning performances demonstrates not only extraordinary talent, but also the power of perseverance, authenticity, and social consciousness, while his charitable work and advocacy emphasize that celebrity is a platform for empathy, mentorship, and global responsibility. And then we celebrate the music and cultural influence of global icons like Camila Cabello, Dua Lipa, and Lizzo, whose artistry, advocacy, and commitment to empowerment show that creativity can transform lives, communities, and cultural norms while inspiring fans to embrace self-love, resilience, and social awareness. And from Hollywood legends like Tom Hanks, Sandra Bullock, Samuel L. Jackson, Keanu Reeves, and Dwayne Johnson, whose decades of excellence, mentorship, and philanthropy illustrate that lasting impact is measured not only in awards but in generosity, guidance, and the positive changes brought to society. And then we explore international cinema with stars like Shah Rukh Khan, Deepika Padukone, Priyanka Chopra, Lupita Nyong'o, and Genevieve Nnaji, whose artistry, global influence, and humanitarian initiatives remind audiences that talent knows no borders and that celebrity can unify people across cultures while inspiring positive change. And from sports icons like Serena Williams, Naomi Osaka, Usain Bolt, Simone Biles, Lionel Messi, and LeBron James, whose dominance in their respective fields is matched by advocacy, philanthropy, and mentorship, we understand that influence extends beyond performance to community, education, and global impact. And then we traverse the evolving world of fashion and style with trailblazers like Rihanna, Zendaya, Gigi Hadid, Naomi Campbell, Alessandro Michele, and Harry Styles, whose creativity, authenticity, advocacy, and entrepreneurship redefine cultural norms while empowering audiences to embrace individuality, inclusivity, and positive social change. And from music stages to film premieres, from red carpets to charity galas, from sports arenas to fashion runways, we witness the recurring pattern that celebrities like Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively, Beyoncé, Taylor Swift, Dwayne Johnson, Keanu Reeves, Priyanka Chopra, Jackie Chan, David Beckham, Rihanna, Gigi Hadid, BLACKPINK, Kate Blanchett, Ed Sheeran, Serena Williams, Emma Stone, Ricky Gervais, Morgan Freeman, Naomi Osaka, Saoirse Ronan, Will Smith, Lady Gaga, Ariana Grande, Dev Patel, Timothée Chalamet, Jennifer Lawrence, Ellen DeGeneres, Hugh Jackman, Penelope Cruz, Billie Eilish, BTS, Zendaya, Chris Hemsworth, Lionel Messi, Elton John, Deepika Padukone, Alessandro Michele, Dua Lipa, Tom Hanks, NCT, Twice, Reese Witherspoon, Angelina Jolie, LeBron James, Shreya Ghosal, Arijit Singh, Guillermo del Toro, Millie Bobby Brown, Harry Styles, Michael B. Jordan, Lizzo, Celine Dion, Daniel Kaluuya, Camila Cabello, Samuel L. Jackson, Usain Bolt, Chris Pratt, Virgil Abloh, Sandra Bullock, Shah Rukh Khan, Simone Biles, Adele, Robert Downey Jr., Florence Pugh, Timothée Chalamet, Dev Patel, and countless others are defined not only by talent but by humanity, resilience, and their ability to create a meaningful, positive impact in the world while inspiring fans to pursue their dreams, embrace kindness, and contribute to communities across the globe. And then from the nostalgic moments of Blake Lively revisiting Gossip Girl on social media to the global influence of BTS concerts uniting millions, from the philanthropic work of Rihanna to the inspiring comebacks of Robert Downey Jr., from the fashion statements of Harry Styles to the mental health advocacy of Naomi Osaka, from the cultural impact of Shah Rukh Khan to the cinematic brilliance of Saoirse Ronan, from music legends like Beyoncé and Ed Sheeran to the next generation of stars like Millie Bobby Brown, Zendaya, and Florence Pugh, we witness an intricate tapestry of creativity, perseverance, generosity, empathy, and inspiration that spans continents, industries, and generations, proving that the world of celebrity is not merely about fame and glamour, but a living, breathing narrative of hope, aspiration, and the extraordinary power of individuals to entertain, uplift, and transform society while leaving a legacy that resonates far beyond the screen, stage, or spotlight. And every interaction, every fan connection, every philanthropic endeavor, every fashion moment, every iconic performance And every comeback adds another vibrant thread to this ever-expanding story that continues to inspire, connect, and elevate humanity. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more inspirational celebrity stories.